Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now today I'm going to try and rattle through this video a little bit quickly because I've got a lot to do this week. I'm going to Warsaw in Poland on Thursday with the missus, which I'm very excited about. I don't holiday in normal places, as you could probably tell. So going to Warsaw, so I've got a lot of products to ship to my warehouse, to get into Amazon, and I've got a lot of eBay listing to do. So I'm going to try and rattle through this video. Now today's video is going to be about the bulk buy deal of Geox shoes that I've already mentioned and talked about on many occasions. So I thought I'd give you an understanding and a check-in, sort of a progress report as to how those sales are going. So what I've done here is I've taken all of the sales that I've done so far and I've broken them down. So I'm going to run you through the numbers, let you know how I'm getting on, thoughts, opinions, and I'll just give you guys an update really. So if you're thinking about making a bulk buy deal, this is a good bit of information for you to take away. It's the sort of margins you should try and achieve and what you should really expect. So that's today's video. Okay guys, so diving into the numbers, I paid £3,595 at the end of January, and it was at the end of the January that my business financial year ended. So I had a lot of cash coming out of Christmas, so I thought it's time to invest in a bulk buy deal that I can work through the year, because it was pretty much impossible for me to source stock through my normal means, considering the amount of money I had available. So I thought, go for a bulk buy deal, done. £3,595 I spent on 477 pairs of Geox shoes and FitFlop shoes. Quite good brands, quite premium brands. People like them and they sit priced quite highly in the market. So for £3,595, 477 pairs, they cost me about £7.50 a pair. So I got them end of January and I spent February, March, April, a little bit of June listing them. There's still a couple kicking around because I've had some returns back. I tested some in Amazon to see if they worked. They don't. So if you buy shoes, put them on eBay. And during that time, here's how my sales looked. So bought them end of Jan, started listing in February. So running through the numbers, going to rattle through these and we'll do some conclusions at the end of this. So February, I sold 3 pairs of shoes for £281.54. Average selling price, £93.85 per pair. Very nice. Moving on, March, I sold 15 pairs for a total of £808.41. Average selling price, £53.89. Dropping down a little bit because as I started to understand the run rate and what these things went for, I wanted to start speeding up the sales effectively. So started dropping the prices a little bit. April, 31 pairs. Sold them for £876.91. Average selling price £28.29, which isn't amazing, but they were selling faster. May, 5 pairs, £264.95. Average selling price £52.99. June, 17 pairs, £551.61. £32.45 average selling price. July, 17 pairs, £713.31. Average selling price £41.96. August, 9 pairs sold for £431.39. £47.93 average selling price. And then September. So we're in September now, we're only halfway in, but I did a huge sale over these last 2 weeks and sales have come in nicely. So I've sold 45 pairs September so far for £1,173.49. Average selling price £26.08. So across the board, lots of changes and swings in the average selling price as I'm running sales. So when you run a sale, you have to have it priced for 2 weeks higher, and then you can drop the price for another 2 weeks and continue to sell them. So sometimes I sold them for very high prices, sometimes I sold them for very low. But on average, my average selling price for the whole period on this whole deal has been £35.93. So average selling price, that's all right. I paid £7.50 a pair, but you've got to take eBay fees into account, you've got to take PayPal fees into account, you've got to take postage into account. So that's where we're at. So let's look at the total numbers. Total sales, £5,101.64 total sales, okay? So taking PayPal fees of £199 out leaves me with £4,901. eBay fees, 10% of your sales obviously. PayPal fees came in at 3.9%. eBay fees, 10% of your sales, which is £510.16. So after eBay fees have been taken into account, that's left me with £4,391.56. Postage. So postage, I'm not posting these myself. My warehouse posts these for me. They take a small margin, so it costs a little bit more than it would normally. But the time saving of me not having to ship these items is invaluable. So I've ended up paying the warehouse £708.19 for these sales. So they've posted them for me. So that means after postage, total revenue has come in at £3,683.37. Now my cost price was £3,595, leaving me a profit so far of £88.37. So it has taken me Feb, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, 8 months to break even on this deal. So, I mean, I could have moved through these a little bit quicker, but I was keeping my Amazon business ticking over. There's other things I wanted to focus on at the time. So all in all, I'm kind of happy with the progress. I could have done it a bit quicker, but I also have a life. So there's that. So total units sold, 151 units. 9 have been returned, which is, there's nothing wrong with them. People just didn't like them. To only get 9 returns back, I'm over the moon with that. Because you think about when you sell clothes online, it's a lot to do with taste and whether something fits. And I thought if people are buying shoes and there's a good chance that they might not fit, I might want to send them back, which was the case on a few of them. But the returns are so much lower than I was expecting them to be. So returns came in at 6%, 5.9%. Now, yeah, big clothing retailers such as like ASOS or River Island and stuff like that, their returns are so much higher than that. Because it's something along the lines of 50%. It's an article I read, which is crazy. But for me to do 6, fine with that. Very happy with that. So, 151 units sold, 142 units returned, and those 9 units can get put back on sale again. So I'm keeping them as inventory that I've still got. So I've purchased 477. That means I have 335 units left. So, in summary, I've sold through 30% of my stock. 30% of my stock, and I've broken even. So, safe to say, this was a good purchase. Good deal, happy with it. It took a lot of time to get all these listed, and I've got to put time into account. But if I was to sell the remainder of my stock, so 70%, at the same average selling price as before, I will net... This is revenue, just straight up revenue, £17,005 based on the rest of it. So if I was to sell it all at the same price, I would net £17,005. Obviously there's eBay fees, PayPal fees, postage fees, and promotional fees if I want to start promoting these. But all in all, to have 17 grand's worth of sales still to come off that one purchase, very, very happy. Most of these are listed now. There's a couple of bits that, like I said, some on Amazon, some have got returned. There's a couple just kicking around that I need to get listed that I haven't, just got missing, and then I found them again. So I need to go through and get those listed. But all in all, very, very happy with this deal. Thoughts on it? If you ever go and buy a big bulk deal, expect to be very busy because it took a lot of time to get these listed, and do not expect your returns to come back immediately. So if you invest, £3,600 of stock, it's taken me 8 months to get a return on that. Could have done it quicker, granted. If you're going to graft and get your head down and really plow through it, totally achievable to get most of these. I probably could have sold through half of these already by now. But the idea is I kind of want to get these sold before the end of Christmas. I'm trying to ramp the sales up now, so I'm happy to take a lower selling price. Now I know that I'm in profit on the deal. So it's just a case of churning these through, getting the money back into my business to go and focus on more seasonal products like the electronics and toys, because they're like my main areas, and get that money back in really. But all in all, happy with that. Very happy with that. And now it's time for comment of the week. And my comment of the week comes from a chap called Lucas Jones, and he commented on my reselling £7,000 worth of Maplin stock in 1 week video, flexing. And he said, speed shift, very cheap. Yes. Now for question of the week. Okay, so question of the week comes from Widowmaker32 Killer. And he said, just a brief question, yet again, how many items do you source per week/day to send into Amazon? Good question. So on average, I say I would ship about between 200 and 400 units per week into Amazon, just to keep it ticking over, keep feeding the beast, so to say. But when it gets into Q4, I'm going to be ramping that up heavily. I'm going to be looking to be doing sort of between 1,000, 1,500 units over Q4. So starting next month, I'm really going to start ramping up my buying, sourcing more product to get it all shipped into Amazon. So that's the kind of area where I'm at in terms of shipping products in. Widowmaker, thanks very much for your comment. You've made some really, really excellent comments on some of my videos, and some of them are going to be a video in themselves. So thanks for interacting, buddy. I'm really enjoying your comments. Your questions are on point, and some of them definitely need to be reviewed just as a video in themselves. Cool. If you're interested in finding out any more about bulk buying in general, I have a video just dedicated to learning how to bulk buy with 8 tips how to do it and a bit of my experience based on this Geox deal. Here's the sort of second part of it so you can understand where I'm at on the whole thing. And other than that, if you're interested about how I'm pricing these models, I've also done a video talking about 3 retail pricing strategies that I took from my job in the commercial function in retailers, because I used to manage pricing when I was at retailers. And I've taken some of those ideas and I've applied them to my own reselling business. So if that's of interest to you, check out the 3 retail pricing strategies for eBay. I will link both of those at the end of this video. But thanks very much for watching, guys. Keep hustling. Peace.